BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
Light it up, oh yeah.
The history of the world is the history of the warfare between secret societies.
Interior, the science fiction theatre of Liverpool, 1976.
Synchronicity is as universal as gravity.
When you start looking, you'll find it everywhere.
Heroic, Drummond. It must be heroic. There is nothing heroic about your drawings. In fact, they're rubbish.
I was up all night doing those.
They're too small.
I'll draw them bigger.
Metaphysically speaking. You need to design sets that inspire actors to embody the world. The Illuminatus trilogy is big. Your drawings are small. You did read the book, didn't you?
It's very long.
Drummond, we are the first theatre in the world to stage the truth about who controls the planet and how to get rid of them. This play will change the world, but only if your sets are up to that.
Well, I could colour them in.
I like red.
Okay, I'll finish the book.
But most of all, you need to look inside yourself. What's inside?
Not a lot. I didn't have any breakfast.
Don't bother doing anything unless it's heroic, Drummond.
Does that include breakfast?
By the way, you only good at plumbing?
I once helped South African villagers irrigate a wheat field.
The theatre needs toilets plumbed in. But don't bother unless it's...
Heroic, yes, heroic.
How to burn £1 million. Rule number 2. Don't do anything unless it's... well, you know. Interior, Cessna plane, day 1994. And £1 million is flying at an altitude of 5,000 feet over Alan Moore's house in Northamptonshire. Something heroic is about to happen, but not yet. Cue plane noise.
Precious, oh my precious.
Yes, it is, Bill. Now put the 20 grand wad back in the suitcase.
It won't let go of me.
It is very beautiful, Bill.
Don't you even look at it, Gimpo. Bill has the mental capacity to conquer his base desires for money, but you haven't. Shield your eyes.
Chaps, we've got a lightning storm ahead. Fasten your seatbelts, please. Wow, is that money?
Close the case, Bill. Close the case.
What are you doing with all that cash?
Well, I want to kiss it.
Bill, close the bloody suitcase. It's beautiful. Oh, great. I told him to close the case, and now £500,000 is bouncing around this tiny Cessna. Even the pilot's trying to catch it, and we're hurtling headlong into an electric storm, and Bill's just sitting there, staring at the money fly around with his Walkman on. Wonder what he's listening to.
Glad I brought my best of ABBA. I love it almost as much as Thriller. I wish we got the rights to ABBA.
Interior, car, night, 1988. The heroics are almost coming up. Bill and Jimmy are driving through his stock home to beg ABBA to let them use a sample from Dancing Queen for their latest record. Bill and Jimmy refuse to kowtow to such dogma. Inspired by Memo 410 of the Illuminatus trilogy.
For no reason, except to gain power, the ideology of the ruling class becomes the ideology of the whole society. And not just the ideology, the reality. Just like enclosure acts. One day the land belongs to the people, the next day it belongs to the landlords by an act of parliament. Walk away, refuse to halt when they tell you, and you can turn their reality into their nightmare.
See, we don't have to do what the man says. It's our duty to resist.
Bill firmly believes he can fight the law and convince ABBA to let him use their music sample.
If we can just speak to them, everything will be all right.
They have minutes left and they're still looking for ABBA's studios.
Why didn't you let me buy a map?
Joining them is Gimpo, the NME, wanting to get a photo of Bill and Jimmy with ABBA for the cover.
Look, Polar Studios, I told you Zen navigation works.
Zen navigation. The technique of adjusting your chakra to face north, praying to Buddha, then finding any car that looks as if it knows where it's going and follow it.
Let's hope they're all at home. Hello? Abba? Hey, I think I can hear them having sex in the hot tub.
That's just a Swedish stereotype, Gimpo. Don't be so racist.
Stop.
What was that?
It sounds like an insensitive Englishman knocking.
Don't answer. It will spoil the tantric flow.
Yeah. Carry on.
Hello, Agneta, Frida, Bjorn, Benny. It's Bill Drummond from the Jams. I mean King Boy D.
We're appealing to you as fellow artists.
Yeah. Why don't you play them the record through the car stereo? They might come out then. They hate conflict.
All right.
It's an homage. Maybe we could collaborate.
You haven't had any hits in a while. It would raise your profile.
Yeah, the enemy needs a photo.
What's the time, Gimpo?
11:58.
Oh, shit.
Bloody meatball munchers.
Hello? Well, that's it. We'll have to destroy the records.
What a right waste.
How do you want to do it?
Might as well burn them here. Burnt offerings. We'll do it in 6 piles. It makes it heroic. They might understand the significance if they've read the book.
Drummond was correct on 2 out of 3 connections to the Illuminatus trilogy. Burnt offerings.
Memo 98. Burnt offerings are the sacrifice consumed by a fire. The bigger, the better. Think police stations, government buildings, banks, corporations, oil refineries. They go especially well with red wine, hot marshmallows, and civil unrest.
Make it heroic.
Always make it heroic. Think great, heroic acts of revolution. Che's taking up Bolivia, Robespierre's fight for France, Rosa Luxemburg, Gandhi, James Connolly, Zapata. Note, all of the above were tortured and eventually assassinated.
But Drummond was wrong on the number 6. It should be 5 piles. I told him to read the book properly.
5. 5 is the most dynamic of all the single digits. It means the destructive and chaotic end of a cycle. It's sexier than 8, cleverer than 7, but more modest than 9. If there's a number party, everyone invites 5. 9 always gate crashes.
Everything up in smoke.
The end.
Great visual, though. It's like an oil disaster. Right, I'm off for a drink. I'll bring you back some tinnies.
Oh, looking really hard into the flames. Can't see a phoenix.
Our beautiful records. Bill?
Yeah?
I'm being asked about some producing job. I need to work. Camilla's pregnant.
Sure. Oh, well, the Jams is good while it lasted. Congrats on the baby. I've got another on the way.
Congrats to you and Jenny.
It's not.
Oh, right.
I have to move out.
Job's in Manchester, a band called Happy Mondays.
Hey, lads. Lads, pull your spuds out the fire. Meat, Stella, like the lager. Now, who does she remind you of?
Butt Reynolds.
No, look beyond the tash. Female, Swedish. Tell him, like we just rehearsed.
I am Agneta from ABBA.
Yeah, I thought she could be Agneta, falling on hard times. You could use this fire as a backdrop. Yeah, that's it. Here, dance over this fake girl disc. Hey, Jimmy, stick some music on the car stereo.
All right.
What's this?
I was working on it before Jams.
Really cheesy. Very hold a chicken in the ear. I got do.
Yeah, I'll put something else on.
Hang on. They were number 1. We're in the era of novelty records.
But it's not Jams. We make cutting-edge music that changes things and sends a message.
Yeah, but we need to make some money. ABBA's cleaned us out. Perhaps we should dumb down just this once. Then we go back to jam.
Hey, this is great.
Yeah, cool. See, Gimpo and Stella love it. I think we should make it even more cheesy. Add a chant, like some tub-thumping football chant. Not intellectual. Something for a bunch of bozos on a night out.
Doctor Who! Hey!
Doctor Who! Doctor Who! Hey! The TARDIS.
It's totally mindless.
It's perfect.
It won't work.
And we have a brand new number one on top of the box this week. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? There's a car. Here's a Time Lord.
Interior, studio, backstage, BBC, 1989. Against Jimmy's predictions, Doctoring the TARDIS smashed its way up the charts.
This is amazing. I love our top hats.
I always dreamed of being on top of the pops. I went with Bunnymen, but backstage, there's Kylie and Jason.
G'day, Bill. Jimmy.
How's it going, guys?
Hey, oh, good, thanks.
Love the song. You guys want to grab a drink later?
Sure.
They came out of the ladies together. Do you think they're getting off?
I think she fancies me.
Of course she does. We're number one. Oh no, it's John Lydon. I always get nervous when I meet him. The Pistols changed my life.
Hi, John.
Boys, didn't recognise you in those outfits. One of you got a light?
Here, can I get you a beer? Or a sandwich?
No, I'm being interviewed by Yentob. Is he thick or something? He seems really quite thick.
Hey, we're number one.
Fuck. That Doctor Who thing isn't yours, is it? What a load of cack.
Well, it's kind of tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah, it's ironic.
Moronic. It's like doing adverts. I really like that AIDS song. Pissing off ABBA, not respecting the copyrights. Provocative. This, you two, look at you, dickheads. I don't think I can even bear to finish my fag with you, sellouts.
I feel sick.
Hey, Jimmy, Bill.
Oh, Jagdish.
Thanks for putting me on the guest list. I wanted to tell you, to show you this bank statement. PRS have released the money and look.
That's ridiculous.
Wow. None of my clients have earned over $1 million. It's a watershed moment for me.
Excuse me. Need a loo.
Light it up.
Who? We're millionaires, Jimmy. Can you believe that? We don't have to worry about money anymore.
Sorry.
You okay? It's not like you to be nervous.
My body is protesting. John Lydon's right. We had respect, made important music, then did this artless song. All this dough from shit. I can't go on stage.
But we're rich.
We've sold out.
We're number one.
Mr. Bill Drummond and Mr. Jimmy Cauty make their way to the stage immediately.
Come on!
If we do this, we'll lose our souls. I know we will.
Don't be ridiculous. We'll be fine. Lose our souls.
Oh yeah!
I feel like I've lost my soul.
Told you.
I felt stupid in the green room afterwards. Kylie didn't fancy me. The pink satin top hat and tail didn't help. And being so much older. I'm sorry I dragged you down this morally redundant road.
I'm not going on stage again. We'll get this car to promote it. Call it Ford Time Lord.
How do we get back our souls?
Can we buy them back? We're rich enough.
How about running a network of soup kitchens?
They're like cooking.
I know. We'll share the wealth. Yeah, this is it. We'll write a manual of how to do what we did, how to write a hit record, and then everyone can do it and we won't feel so bad.
Good. What should we call the manual?
We'll call it the manual.
Spotty oiks who don't know how to roll their own, write that.
Writing the manual is a great comfort.
Use a computer, you don't want some thumb slap.
Showing other wannabes the stepping stones to a number one is saving their souls. The book's an instant classic, used by bands such as Edelweiss, Chumbawamba and the Klaxons to reach the toppermost of their poppermost. Their job is done. Well, not quite. You see, they receive a letter.
From someone called Eternity. a devotee of the Illuminatus trilogy. It's got strange tiny teeth marks on the side.
Let's see. I, Eternity, order the Jams to go to Sierra Nevada to make an existential road movie called The White Room that will make sense of life, the universe and everything to save their souls and the soul of pop. That's mad. We can't save our souls making an existential road movie. It's crazy.
Crazy. If the next car that drives past the house is red, we'll do it.
Interior, Cessna plane, day, 1994.
Assume the crash position, everybody. This is it.
We're gonna die, you stupid git. You and your idiotic ideas.
We've upset the gods.
Yeah, screw them. Let's take on the gods.
That's it. Head between the knees.
Yeah, you two hold the suitcases. They drag you to the bottom of the sea. We are the Royal Engineers. We can demolish flying beings. Drink rum.
So this is how it ends. Plummeting into the water with Gimpo singing his ridiculous battle song. I don't think he really fought in the Falklands.
Bill. Sorry about...
Jimmy seems to be coping with it quite well. He's very brave, actually. It's been a good ride. Well, apart from Sierra Nevada, making that film was a nightmare. But overall, it's been good. Pity I never got to say goodbye to the kid. What's he saying?
Sorry about Sierra Nevada.
What? I can't hear you.
He's such a twat. Sierra Nevada, Bill. I'm saying sorry. Read my lips, you idiot. Sierra Nevada.
No, this is embarrassing. He's saying his last words and I don't know what he's saying. I'll just go along with it. That's probably best.
Yes, I love you too. Goodbye.
Light it up.
Interior, Ford Time Lord, the Sierra Nevada Desert, 1989.
What are they doing?
Filming us go down this hill.
Yes, a red car did indeed pass them. And, against legal advice, they signed the contract with Eternity and spent every penny they made on a film called The White Room.
And action.
Ready? No, stop. Look. I don't think pointing a camera at us driving Ford Time Lord for 6 weeks through the desert is enough. I thought we were making a movie about something. Existence. This is about jack shit.
We must complete it. We must.
It's done nothing but rain. The crew haven't a clue what's going on, and the director has even less.
It's fine. We'll let it happen. The universe is showing us the way.
Perhaps the universe is giving us a bum steer. We spent all the money from Time Lords on this total bollocks.
Hello?
It's Jagdish. Sorry to disturb you, but I need to know what to say to your creditors. They're getting rather irate. Can I give them a payment date?
We're in the middle of a take right now. I'll call you later.
That was Jagdish again, wasn't it? I'm out of here.
But what about Eternity, Jimmy? The contract. Look, I, Eternity, order you the Jams.
Give me that stupid
No,
contract.
get off!
It's not real. It's just some idiot pulling a prank. I think you wrote it.
What about the tiny teeth marks? It's real. The contract was forged by the sacred wind and earth of the Katajuta by the real native Aboriginal medicine woman, Eternity, of the Pitjantjatjara, Anunga tribe.
You're delusional. This is going on in your mind. I'm an idiot for following you. Well, screw you and screw the contract.
Good, I don't need you.
And I don't need you. I'm off.
Oh, come back, Jimmy. We need to fulfill the contract. It's true. It's not in my mind. It's not in my mind.
Exterior, Katajuta, Australia, 2 months earlier. Or in Bill's mind.
Yeah. Here. This is a good place, daughter. This tree is strong. She will give the paper. The plant, the ink, the wind, the words. And the earth will make it truth. Only this'll truly save the souls of the Jams, darkened by the #1 chart success of Doctor in the TARDIS.
The wind speaks, Mother.
The words are coming.
Catch the right ones, Mother Eternity. Nature will write it.
Eternity, order the justified ancients a moo-moo. Go to Sierra Nevada, an existential road movie. The White Room, make sense of the universe. Save their souls. Save pop. There. It is written.
The justified ancients of Moo will rise again.
Oh!
What is it, Mother Eternity?
The sacred squirrel of the wood. Over there. Squirrel Campbell.
Ken?
Yeah. He speaks of the future.
What does he say?
Bill and Jimmy will not complete the film after all. Instead, they will break up.
Our efforts are in vain. There's little point in the contract.
Yeah. Send it anyway. It'll be a laugh.
Here, Squirrel Ken. Deliver this to Stockwell.
So, I delivered the letter. I'm a bit of an animagus, and the boys did indeed go to Sierra Nevada and fall out. In the interest of their sanity and unheroic path of ordinariness, they should have stayed away from each other. Interior, Bill's house, day, 1990. That sound there is the bailiffs knocking on Bill's door. And that's Jimmy's wife, Camilla, leaving to stay at her mother's. That's Bill calling Jimmy.
Hello. Look, I'm sorry.
And that's Bill trying for the 23rd time.
I can make it right. We'll do another song. Follow the Doctor and the Time Lord's formula, but with a message.
I don't know, I'm thinking of getting out of music. It's a mug's game.
It's what we know.
That's what I said, a mug's game.
I have this idea. It'll work. An electro-pop beat mixing Neighbours with Skippy and Some Mothers Do Have 'Em. Can I pop round to Transcendental to make it? Jimmy? Jimmy, are you there?
A day later, Jimmy calls back.
We'd need a new name.
How about the Copyright Liberation Front, CLF?
I hate the letter C.
An hour later...
How about we spell it with a K? It's cooler than C.
And that's Jimmy firing up the recording devices again. And that's a keyboard of the NME, writing about how the song is...
A powerful work, knowing, wry, clever, and a brazen homage to West End girls.
Oh yeah!
Interior, Transcentral, day, 1990.
This is it. We're going to have a proper number one this time. It's in total trash. I'm sorry we fell out.
And none of that contract with eternity nonsense.
This is ridiculous.
7 places to number 3.
Please be number 1. Please be number 1, not number 2.
1 place to number 2. It's Black Box and Right on Time.
We've done it.
Which means that Britain
We're number 1.
is still Jive Bunny and the
Bugger!
Monsters and Swing the Moon.
I thought this was going to save us from the jaws of bankruptcy.
Hello?
Hello, it's Jagdish. It's urgent. Your creditors have...
We're ruined, aren't we?
Jenny will never have me back now. And what about the contract?
You've got that look in your eye again. You said you dropped all that eternity bullshit. That's it, I'm out of here.
Jimmy, come back. Jimmy, don't walk out on me again! Jimmy!
Interior, Cessna Plain, day, 1994.
We have a bunch of the road today. Race!
Bill! Sorry about Sierra Nevada. What? Sierra Nevada, I'm sorry. Huh? Sierra Nevada.
Yes, I love you too. Goodbye.
I didn't say I love you. Should I put him right? Nah, I think I'll leave it.